Hello, everyone. Now I'm testing this. This is third time lucky. I have recorded this video twice across the morning, and the sound has been totally MIA. So I'm hoping that you'll actually be able to hear me this time. I haven't got a long time, so I'm going to do my best to just churn this out for you. The astrology of the week is set to be exciting. There are big changes in the woodwork. Now, we've had a really hard time through April. We've come off eclipse season. There's been some really powerful, amazing things happening, but again, change is never easy. We've come off a full moon in Scorpio last week, square to Pluto. So we've been doing very deep dives and very profound healing. But again, it's not always easy. This week starts off with the moon in Capricorn. So Monday, Tuesday, we have that kind of mountain goat energy. Capricorn is directed to climbing that mountain. Okay, so it's a good time to set your sights, set your goals, and get down to business. We have an aspect coming to perfection today, and that means two planets coming together. This is Mars and Neptune. Now, this has been in effect for a couple of weeks, building up to this, and this energy can, in the backdrop, can sort of relate to a sense of, for some people, feeling tired, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like their usual energy is not as accessible, perhaps, because Mars is the planet of action and the planet of assertion and the planet of drive, but it's been so close to Neptune, which tends to dissolve everything it touches. So, some of our fire could have been put out recently. So the good news is that this aspect is coming together today, and it will only take a couple of days before Mars actually leaves Pisces and moves into Aries, and that is happening on Wednesday. And that'll bring a very sizable energy shift, and will hopefully help to clarify things that have been blurry. You might have felt a little bit discombobulated or confused of late. And yeah, when Mars gets into Aries, Mars is straight shooter, straight down the line. Remember that while it's very strong, because Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, it's a very different energy to Pisces, okay? It's very straight up. So try to go a little bit easy with people as well, because, if you have had any kind of murky, illusionary confusion energy going on in your dynamics, when Mars breaks through and goes into Aries on Wednesday, you might want to give someone a piece of your mind, or you could get a little bit of a frustrated, energy coming out. So that can have its place, but it's always wise to kind of try your best to think of it before you act. Aries is definitely impulsive energy. Now, the other thing that's happening this week, as far as planets changing signs, and I'm very excited about this one too, is Venus is tonight, which is Monday, the 29th of April, moving into Taurus. Now, that's the home sign. She's on home turf. And this adds a bit of embodiment and sensuality to our relationships. It strengthens practical matters and feelings of safety and connection. So if things have been a little bit topsy-turvy, or you've been feeling a little bit inflammatory or a little edgy in relationship, this should hopefully help to smooth things out. I really love Venus in Taurus. It's definitely a time to, do some baking and cook and enjoy, delicious sensory treats. If you're a long walk on the beach kind of person, this could be for you. So yeah, this energy is really lovely. Now, the energy of Monday, Tuesday is Capricorn moon energy. Later on Monday, there could be a little bit of a need to kind of shift through something or break through something when the moon comes to square the nodal axis, especially if you've got planets in cardinal signs. So that's Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, and Aries. Tuesday, the vibe is a little bit, I kind of like it. It's kind of an interesting vibe. There's lots happening. The moon's making lots of aspects. Aspects are when planets are having a conversation with one another. And so it's quite exciting energy. You could have, some good ideas. The moon goes to Uranus, maybe some breakthroughs or some new things popping into your mind. And then Jupiter. Jupiter is in effect there too, and that's sort of like a very fortunate aspect. So you might notice that, you know, it's a good time to have a conversation with someone. You know, you're trying to get a breakthrough with something. Maybe you should make that important phone call. Now, we also have a nice little spiritual connection thing coming. So the moon moves towards Neptune as well, later on Tuesday. And so that general glow of like sort of understanding where you're at and why is accessible then. The astrology of Wednesday, like I said, we do have Mars moving into Aries, and we have another very important and potentially intense aspect where Venus is now in Taurus, but she moves to the square of Pluto. So sometimes, for some people, not everyone, there could be issues of power and control in relationships or manipulation. It's a really good time to clean out your social interactions. You know, maybe you've got toxic relationships, or you've got things that really need to be purged. Venus Pluto is the one to do it. Okay, remember, Pluto is a sign of death and rebirth. Phoenix doesn't rise until the ashes are there, though. So things need to really reach that point where you fully release. And yeah, it's a really powerful energy. So I encourage you, and that these dynamics could also be working on within you. You know, they don't have to be seen out there in the world. But if you have any planets in fixed signs, so that's Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or Taurus, in the very early degrees, then this is likely to press on your buttons, or maybe provide you with the impetus to heal something very deep, connected to the way that you relate to yourself and other people. It could bring up topics of love or obsession, fixation, and the desire to potentially clear and purge that stuff. So yeah, lean into it. Sometimes Pluto doesn't feel super comfortable, but that's how you make a lot of growth happen in a short space of time. Yeah, Thursday energy is pretty cool. We do have just like the moon moves in. Also, Wednesday, Thursday, we have the moon moving into Aquarius, where it will stay for those 2 days. Aquarius is an air sign, but it's also ruled by Saturn. So again, this is the mental energy, the desire to kind of accomplish through effort, and to have an impact in the world around us. Okay, Aquarius is definitely about humanity, but be mindful of not getting stuck on fixed ideas. Okay, Aquarius is a fixed air sign, so trying not to get dogmatic, and to avoid, you know, detachment is definitely one of the qualities of Aquarius, and detachment can be helpful, you know, as a protective mechanism, or when we need to take a step back to look at our circumstances from a broader perspective. And so if that's you in these couple of days, it could be quite helpful. But there's sometimes when we sort of remove ourselves from a situation that we really would benefit from leaning into. So just be aware of that on Wednesday and Thursday, and sort of make up your mind, you know, am I best suited to kind of lean in here, or would I be best served to step back and take a bird's eye view? Friday, the moon moves into Pisces early in the day. Pisces energy is very different. It's softer. It's ruled by Jupiter. The moon in Pisces is a water sign, okay? So you might feel more sensitive. It is a good day to get into a flow. Take it as it comes. By lunchtime, the moon will make a sextile to Venus. And that's really nice energy. That's really nice for, you know, whether you're a creative, like it would be amazing to make music to that type of energy. Pisces moon to Taurus Venus is very dreamy, and yeah, I really love that. But even just reconciliation, or enjoying yourself, you know, having a nice lunch with people, or you know, making an important phone call, or giving gratitude to someone who's really brightened your day, or that type of thing, you know, can really uplift with this energy. And so it's wise to lean into that. And that Pisces energy will also be in effect on Saturday, although there will be some more potentially challenging aspects on that day. But I will fill you in on that when we speak on Friday for the update. Please remember, if you enjoy this content, do like and subscribe to this channel, and I will continue to share more of the astrological insights. If you haven't had your chart done, I highly recommend you take a dive into that. So much information available to you to better know yourself and your life. So you can find out more about me and the work I do through astrology and also Chinese medicine on my website, which is danielleashley.com.au. So I hope you have a wonderful week and enjoy all of these big shifts, and lean into it the best you can. And I'll be back again on Friday.